Emmerdale star Amy Walsh has filmed her exit scenes ahead of her maternity leave, though questions still remain over how she will bow out. The star is expecting a girl with husband Toby Alexander Smith, their second child, revealing the pregnancy news last year. Amy has now shared that she has filmed her final scenes as Tracy Robinson ahead of her temporary exit, posting a picture on Instagram last week of the entrance to ITV Studios. "Last day. Let's do this," she wrote at the time, via Manchester Evening News. Fans are still unclear over Tracy's departure storyline, though tonight's scenes will see her flush the ashes of villain John Sugden down the toilet, the late character having killed her husband Nate. Could this tie into how she eventually departs? Tracy spots John's remains and swipes them, determined to avenge poor Nate, our Emmerdale insider teased. Robert follows her, and winds up in a very tight spot indeed. It's fitting karma considering that John caused the slurry leak that contaminated half the village. Tracy will argue that it's the very least John deserves after killing Nate and dumping his body at the bottom of a lake. Meanwhile, over the festive period, Amy revealed the sex of her second baby, sharing an Instagram video of their first daughter Bonnie with her 6 male cousins. "When it's your last Christmas before becoming a big sister, will I still be the only girl in the family?" she wrote in an on-screen caption, before the video cuts to an outdoor party where someone kicks a ball, which then leads to an explosion of pink powder. "Girl power coming in 2026, the caption adds. There are few moments in soap that feel as poignant as a beloved character stepping away from the village, even temporarily. And now, after years of heartbreak, resilience and fiery determination, Tracy Robinson's time in the Dales is about to take a dramatic pause. Behind the scenes, Amy Walsh has officially filmed her final scenes ahead of maternity leave, confirming the news with a simple yet powerful Instagram post. A photo of the entrance to ITV Studios and the caption, "Last day. Let's do this." For fans, it marked the end of an era, but also the beginning of a mystery. How exactly will Tracy leave? And could her latest act of vengeance be the very thing that pushes her out of the village? A village still reeling. Tracy's recent storyline has been nothing short of devastating. After discovering that villainous John Sugden was responsible for killing her husband Nate and dumping his body at the bottom of a lake, Tracy's grief curdled into something darker. Something dangerous. John's death should have closed a chapter. Instead, it reopened wounds. And then came the moment no one saw coming. When Tracy stumbled across John's ashes, the opportunity for revenge presented itself. Quiet. Symbolic. Final.in scenes set to air tonight. Tracy takes matters into her own hands. She swipes the ashes and, in a move both shocking and deeply personal, flushes them down the toilet. A final indignity. A last act of justice. Or perhaps the beginning of her downfall. Determined to avenge poor Nate, an Emmerdale insider teased the explosive twist. Tracy spots John's remains and swipes them, determined to avenge poor Nate. Robert follows her, and winds up in a very tight spot indeed. The act isn't just about rage. It's about karma. John wasn't simply a murderer. He was the architect of chaos. His slurry leak contaminated half the village, destroying livelihoods and trust. He shattered families. He silenced Nate forever. Tracy, flushing his ashes is the very least he deserves. But in soapland, actions always have consequences. Could this be her exit? The question now looming over the Dales. Does Tracy's revenge cost her everything? If Robert confronts her, and if others discover what she's done, Tracy could face legal trouble or social exile. The Sugden name still carries weight, and tampering with remains is no minor offense. Would she leave to escape judgment? Would she decide the village holds too many ghosts? Or could guilt, finally catching up with her, force her to step away and rebuild somewhere new? Producers are staying tight-lipped. But in Emmerdale, exits are rarely quiet. And Tracy Robinson has never been a quiet character. A personal milestone for Amy Walsh while Tracy navigates heartbreak on screen. Amy Walsh is preparing for joy in real life. The actress is expecting her second child, a baby girl, with husband Toby Alexander Smith. The couple, who already share daughter Bonnie, revealed the pregnancy news last year, much to fans' delight. Over the festive period, Amy shared a heartwarming gender reveal video. Their daughter Bonnie stood surrounded by 6 male cousins, as an on-screen caption read, "When it's your last Christmas before becoming a big sister, will I still be the only girl in the family?" Moments later, an outdoor party erupted into pink powder. "Girl power coming in 2026, the caption announced. For Amy, Stepping away from the show is about embracing that next chapter. One filled with newborn cuddles, rather than village chaos. Tracy's turbulent journey since arriving in the Dales. Tracy has weathered storms few could survive. She fought for love with Nate. She battled financial struggles and personal demons. She stood her ground when others doubted her. And now, she has faced the ultimate loss. Nate's death didn't just break her heart. It shattered her sense of safety. The lake that holds his body is a silent reminder of betrayal and brutality. Flushing John's ashes isn't simply revenge. It's symbolic closure. But closure in Emmerdale often comes at a cost. Robert's role in the chaos. Robert's involvement adds another layer of intrigue. Why does he follow Tracy? Does he try to stop her? Or does he find himself implicated in something far bigger? The insiders hint that he ends up in a very tight spot indeed, suggests Tracy's actions could spiral quickly. If Robert protects her, he risks his own standing. If he exposes her, he fractures what little trust remains in the village. Either way, tensions are about to explode. Fans react. Viewers have already taken to social media, speculating wildly about Tracy's fate. Some believe she will confess and leave voluntarily, unable to carry the weight of vengeance. Others suspect she might relocate for a fresh start, perhaps to protect herself and her daughter from further danger. And a few are convinced this is only the beginning of an even darker storyline. After all, in a village where secrets rarely stay buried, someone always talks. Temporary, not forever. It's important to remember. This is a maternity leave, not a permanent goodbye. Amy Walsh is expected to return to the soap after welcoming her baby girl. Tracy Robinson's story is far from over. But the question remains, what state will she be in when she comes back? Will she return stronger, having processed her grief? Or will her revenge set off consequences that linger long after she's gone? A fitting karma. There's something undeniably poetic about Tracy using plumbing to deliver John's final fate. John caused a slurry leak that poisoned the village. Now, his ashes disappear into the very system he once corrupted. It's dark, it's symbolic, it's pure. Soap. And it might just be the act that pushes Tracy to leave the Dales behind. At least for now. What happens next? With Amy Walsh's final scenes filmed, viewers should brace for emotional turbulence. The fallout from the Ashes stunt will ripple across multiple families, potentially reshaping alliances and rivalries. As the camera lingers on Tracy one last time before her break, fans will be watching closely for clues. That a look of relief, of fear, of finality. Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Tracy Robinson never does anything halfway. And when she exits, even temporarily, she'll leave the village changed. Just as it changed her. Emmerdale star Laura Norton has teased that she will be tying the knot very soon, just weeks after her character, Carrie Pollard, got married herself. In a post on social media, the actor shared some exciting news. Norton, who has portrayed Carrie in the ITV soap since 2012, has been in a relationship with former co-star Mark Jordan since 2015, with the pair welcoming a son in 2021 and a daughter 2 years later. They also got engaged during this period, but their special day has been pushed back several times for various reasons. Despite the delays, Norton teased that their wedding ceremony could take place in the near future. When you get engaged in 2018, and the world has other plans, still marry you in a heartbeat at Mark Jordan Dad, maybe this year. She wrote on Instagram, with the post also including several photos of the pair. Love your photos and love your ring. Stay safe, lovely couple, wrote one follower in the comment section, while a second remarked, or congratulations. Love the cheeky reference to heartbeat though XX.